Hello everyone, I invite you to every Wednesday cryptocurrency review. Let's start by checking the current situation on BTC in the USDT pair, taking into account the 1-hour interval. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the local upward trend channel in which the BTC price is moving. But at this point we will mark the local downward trend line with the yellow line. Going further, it is worth checking the behavior of the EMA cross 10 and 30 indicator, and as we can see, the red line EMA 10 is starting to turn around, and it is worth watching at this point whether it will cross the green EMA cross 30 line from above, which would confirm the transition to a local downtrend. Now we can move on to marking support areas in case the current correction deepens. And here, first of all, we have a visible support zone from $37,816 to $37,612, but when the price breaks below, we can see a drop to the area of the second zone from $37,117 to $36,747. Looking the other way, we can determine resistance locations in a similar way using the trend-based fib extension tool. First, we will mark a strong resistance zone from $38,080 to $38,872. When it is overcome, the price will move towards the resistance at $38,872. Please pay attention to the CHOP index, which indicates that there is still a lot of energy for movement. On the RSI indicator, we are in the process of recovery, but there is still room for a larger decline. While the stock indicator approached the lower limit, which resulted in a slowdown in the decline, however, we can still see greater decline. As the second chart in today's review, we will check BNB in pair with USDT, also on a 1-hour time frame. First, we can use the blue lines to mark the downward trend channel in which the price has been moving since the last correction. In order to check the current support areas, when the correction begins to deepen, we will unfold the trend-based fib extension grid and we can determine the first support for the price at $225. And then it is worth defining an important support zone from $221 to $218. Looking the other way, we can similarly mark places where the price should encounter resistance on the way up. And here you can see the resistance zone from $230 to $231, which effectively stopped the price increase. While if we manage to break out of it, we have a second zone from $234 to $237. The CHOP indicator shows energy for the next move. The RSI indicator is recovering with room for a larger correction, while the stock indicator is moving at the lower border, which may result in a temporary sideways trend. Going further, we will check the MKR pair to USDT chart on a 4-hour time frame. Let's start by defining with the yellow line the downward trend from which the price came out on top and has currently created a local upward trend channel in which it is moving. Moving forward, we can move on to marking support areas when a correction begins. And here we have the first support zone from $1,422 to $1,362. But if this zone is broken, we still have a second strong support zone from $1,269 to $1,201. Looking the other way, we see that the price has reached an important resistance zone from $1,507 to $1,577, which it does not have the strength to break yet. However, if we manage to get out of it and then test it positively, we can see a strong increase towards the resistance level at $1,779. And when we measure the height of the current channel, we can see that going up from this channel could result in an increase. At this level, please look at the CHOP index, which indicates that there is still energy for a move. On the RSI indicator, despite the price increase, there is a sideways movement. While the stock indicator, with its rebound, gives an increasingly stronger price increase. The last one on today's list is the chart of DOT in pair with USDT. First, we will use the blue lines to mark the downward trend channel, where the price is moving in the upper range. But in this channel, the yellow lines can be used to define the local upward trend channel. Going further, we can move on to marking support areas when we start a larger correction. And here the first support is at the current price level of $5.23. Then we have a support zone from $5.12 to $5.03. And then we have a strong support zone from $4.81 to $4.65. Looking the other way, we see that the price has reached the resistance zone from $5.33 to $5.40, which it does not have the strength to break yet. However, if it manages to come out on top and out of the downtrend channel, it must overcome the zone from $5.50 to $5.63. Please look at the RSI indicator, which indicates a rebound with room for the price to drop to a lower level. While if we look at the stock indicator, we will see that it is moving at the lower limit, which resulted in a slowdown in the correction and may result in a temporary price rebound. Technical analysis is provided by a third party and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.